What convinced you to unfollow your friend on social media? My wife's aunt would regularly post some kind of disturbing picture. Examples include an emaciated horse, a baby born with a horrible skin condition, a homeless man with a really bad club foot, and most recently a baby in a coffin. And always write something like "most people will ignore this. Write amen if you think this is wrong." Got sick of that pretty quick. Someone called this baby ugly because she's in a wheelchair. Click like if she's beautiful. They posted a pic of their child's first crap. The crap in the toilet with a naked child giving a thumbs up next to it. I'm good. A girl broke up with her ex and immediately began dating another guy. I don't know if they cheated and were trying to prove something or if they were genuinely obsessed with each other, but they started posting cutesy couple pictures on Facebook non-stop. If they made breakfast, they'd take a picture of themselves cooking, a picture with the finished product, a selfie with the finished product, a selfie of them making out over the finished product, a picture of the table setting, and on and on. If they went on vacation, they would upload individual pictures almost constantly. Proper vacation picture etiquette is creating a single album after you get back from your trip. Then, after one of them posted a series of pictures, the other would download the pictures and re-upload the exact same pictures to their timeline. I couldn't stand seeing them kiss every morning, so I unfollowed both. Proper vacation picture etiquette is creating a single album after you get back from your trip. This should be written as a banner that appears every time you try to upload a photo to Facebook. Breaks up with boyfriend. I don't need a man to make me happy. Isn't it funny the person you love the most can hurt you the most? Here's a picture of me and my best friend. He knows me so well. Picture of some random guy. I don't chase boys, I'll forget all about you. And so on. Gets back together with boyfriend later that week. This is my one true love. We fight but nothing can ever tear us apart. Haters don't understand. Repeat over and over. There's some sort of site like American News or something like that. It's conservative clickbait with stories like Obama signs order to confiscate all handguns or Clinton seen drowning puppies or Democrats want to include Satan in Pledge of Allegiance or something. It's just outrageous stuff. Crazy. All without merit. Every day he'd post one of these things and say see what is happening. I'm stockpiling ammo starting now. An interesting political article is an okay post but he doesn't even know he's being scammed by this stuff. Gratuitous gym documentation along with long humble brag monologue captions. I'm all for self-empowerment girl but it stopped being that about 700 flex pics ago. Going to the gym doesn't even count if you don't post a status telling people you went. Everyone knows that. This veteran soldier in uniform was refused service in this shop because it might offend Muslims. 99% of you won't have the courage to share this post and other similar bulls. Family members rather than friends. I choose my friends. My friend and I were pregnant at the same time. I was 12 weeks along and she was 38. At her 38-week appointment, the doctor could not locate a heartbeat. The baby had passed away. Obviously, this was the most devastating thing that could have happened. Absolutely horrible. Every day she would post on Facebook about the baby she lost. She would tag me in statuses like if your lucky dog fits 69. This won't happen to you and don't get too excited dog fits 69. You could end up having a funeral in March. And this is how it was for 7 months of my pregnancy. I had to unfollow her. I hurt every day for her and the horrible crap she would say to me. After I realized she absolutely could not tolerate an opinion other than her own, any sign of dissent was attacked by replying either no one cares or shut up. This was coming from a college professor with a PhD. I would have loved to be in the room when she had to defend her thesis. She also once said that if a person does not have a PhD, they are not allowed to have an opinion. That was the last straw. I told her to enjoy her echo chamber and peace the frick out. That's exactly what a non-PhD plebiscite would do. My main reasons I've unfollowed people are a. Too many political posts, b. Too many crappy minion memes religious quotes, and c. Constantly ranting, starting drama or posting hateful things. Veiled narcissism. Oh I'll look so fat today. Highly filtered picture of them at their ideal angle. Stressful day at work. Picture of their work monitor with all sorts of irrelevant programs open. I'm such a nerd. post showing them playing Nintendo at their friend's house, etc. A friend of mine has a child with medical issues. She would constantly give status updates with very detailed information about his medical issues, very personal information. I asked her on numerous occasions if she had told her son that she was sharing all of this personal information about him, and her response was always something like, "I use Facebook like a journal. It's for venting. No one can see it." One time she shared something extremely embarrassing that happened to her son, and I was horrified for him. I asked her once again in the comments, as tactfully as I could, whether she thought it was okay to be sharing this story with people her son doesn't know. She responded with, "We've discussed this before. My Facebook page is private. No one can read it." And then one of her other friends, who I don't know, jumped in with her page, her content. I wanted, very badly, to respond to my friend with, "If no one can read it, how come I can read it?" and to her screaming bannerman with her page, apparently her son's content, but instead I just noped out and dropped her. I feel really bad for her poor son, though. He's going to have a real hard time trusting her in the future, if he doesn't already. I unfollowed basically my entire family for Hateful posts, mild racism, and those annoying glitter pictures with 5 different fonts on them with text like "Goodnight Fasabakis," "Nighty night," "Sleep tight." Poor guy was autistic, so it's not like Facebook etiquette came natural to him, but there are only so many inane, just finished watching Jeopardy, waiting for the toast to pop kind of messages flooding your feed. I mean, like 4 or 5 in a few minutes of scrolling you can take. I would rather see those than baby stuff or political crap. Those would kinda just wash at a point and I would no longer notice them. Consistently bad spelling grammar. Wouldn't call myself a grammar Nazi, but I couldn't take it anymore when she posted brr. It's so called. I've made a rule for myself based on which social media platform I'm using. Twitter. Freaking ruthless. If a family member or friend asks me to follow them, I will. The moment I read something awful, that is, crazy cousin and chemtrails, I unfollow. Instagram. I don't follow family and only a few friends. It's easy here since a lot of people I know don't use it or post too often. Facebook. This is the hard one, since I am friends with most of family and have a lot of acquaintance type friends here. I ended up hiding a lot of posts from family and friends and blocking content they cross post. I used to like Facebook before it became a platform for posting bumper stickers endlessly. That's exactly the feeling I get from it too. Defended the guy through high school when everyone said that he was overly opinionated and ignorant as all heck. It's better to have strong opinions than to be spineless, I used to say. Then one day I was looking through Facebook and realized my wall was peppered with hateful, bitter, and simply wrong opinions in the form of walls of text from the same guy. I realized he was one of the few reasons I don't bother to visit Facebook that much anymore. It just made the experience unpleasant and unhappy. I looked through his profile and 9/10 posts were about how messed up the government was, how messed up organized religion was, how messed up racial gender cultural equality was, how basically human society is dysfunctional from the inside out. I don't go to Facebook to admire your intellect and ponder the great thoughts. I go to Facebook to see how old friends and family are doing in their lives. I needed space from her. I was her maid of honor for her wedding. But then she started taking her stress out on me. Made it through the wedding, but I'm giving myself some well-deserved time. Simply by having a bio saying only God can judge me. Slams 1213. Walking Dead is life. Women can't rape, only men can. Don't know how she is now. Unfollowed and blocked my ex. Felt proud. Then she started popping up in our mutual friends' photos. Welp. Unfollowed them too. No regrets. Been there, done that. So much easier getting over people when they are out of sight, out of mind. Mother kept posting spoilers about Game of Thrones, not just descriptions. He would post gifs from the latest episode. Butthole. Going live on Facebook. I don't care about your carefully curated posts. I surely don't care that you're live in the gym. Get fricked. I really wish I could turn off all notifications of that. If you go to your notifications and whenever it says that they are live, Press and hold on that notification and it will bring up a menu to stop giving you notices about that one person. I wish it did it for everybody at once, but this beats nothing. I have a couple of friends who have that I am the smart one among sheep mentality and constantly share political posts from sites like Infowars, the Free Thought Project and Anonymous. Not only that, they accuse the mainstream media for taking part of some mass conspiracy with their agenda-driven and clickbait content with shoddy reporting. Now, I realize that these mainstream outlets aren't perfect, but I still find it ironic because the websites they rely on pull that crap off the most. It's gotten to the point where I told my friend who constantly shares tasty videos to keep posting them. I'll take that over tinfoil hat rhetoric any day. I got off FB as a New Year's resolution. Psychology studies show that crap causes depression and I got enough problems. I got off completely about 5 months ago and the only thing I miss is the little cooking videos. Too much of literally everything in this thread. Now whenever someone complains about what they see on Facebook, I just shrug and tell them to just get off of it already. Once gay marriage was legalized, an old classmate of mine from college went on a tear about how selfish it was for people to change thousands of years of tradition. Boop. Bye bye mother. I really like your use of boop. Overloads of baby pics, whiny nice guy posts, misinformed Republicans sharing stuff from sites like Conservative Daily, sharing crap from Infowars or any other ridiculous site fueled with half-witted conspiracy theories, terrible grammar spelling, couples who break up and get back together on social media 10 times a month, and couples who share Facebooks. There's this nice guy I follow, was in my friend group from high school, who's also, obviously, a genius who knows how to solve the world's problems despite never leaving home and working only at Walmart. I want to unfollow him, because he's unbelievable, but the cringe is so good. I might be a bad person. Sharing disgusting pictures. Example, one showed a close-up picture of the face of the man who was attacked in, I believe, Florida. The one where the zombie ate his face. Another person recently shared a video, which played immediately, of a bunch of baby chicks in a grinder, titled something about if you still like chicken nuggets. I didn't want to see that. Still makes me sick to think of it. Don't share stuff like that. You don't know how someone might take it or wants to see it. Non-stop posts about Trump and Jesus from an ex. Like you got fired for doing coke in a bathroom on the clock. Stop posting about how Jesus is everything and sharing those crappy butt posts that say type are meant for a miracle. I was following a personal account of someone I knew. Few months later, it degenerated into a One Direction fan account. She became basically a borderline white supremacist amid the whole European refugee crisis in 2015. Constantly sharing counter-signal memes with often racist undertones, and not even undertones a lot of the time. Then she had a baby. It was too much. People I have unfriended on Facebook. General dumbassery that turned out to be more childish and rampantly ignorant than actually funny. I do enjoy a good childish joke too, but blatantly hurting a bunch of other people in the process is usually a no-no. Proud racism. Psychopathic douches who posted videos of people being killed in a poor attempt to back up their own political beliefs. Frick all those people. Although I seriously do hope they grow up at some point. Although, one of them was in his 40s, I think. So, yeah. And, well, also a few more people that just turned out to be plain boring. And because I had nothing in common with them anymore. I'm pretty sure that has happened to me too. And I actually don't take that personally. At least not anymore. She made a post during the beginning of BLM about where are her reparations and such. She was adopted, straight out of Africa, by two very wealthy white lawyers. Spewing nonsense they heard someone else say. These are usually people who don't leave their very limited area and are below average IQ. I closed FB account then opened 6 months later with limited people. Don't notice how reading stupid comments X amount of times a week can affect you until you just close it and open with a better approach. He started quoting himself with super generic inspirational stuff. Strength is not putting others down. True strength is showing others how to be strong and lifting them up. Frick off and die. I don't live in the US. So this adds a layer. I had a friend who would post pro Bernie Sanders posts to FB, Instagram and various other outlets. He would group message people constantly. I calculated that he had to post 1 or 2 articles every hour. For 24 hours. He'd get to where he had expended most of the mainstream media's articles and would begin posting conspiracy theories about purported assassinations by Hillary Clinton or Ted Cruz. It was getting nuts. My inbox was spammed constantly. I had to block him on all forms of social media and blocked his email address. Constantly commenting on things like I bet you can't think of a 5-letter word beginning with C, but with misspelled words. Constant posts of share this if you love your daughter or share this if you miss someone in heaven. She seemed to spend her entire life on Facebook. Next step is to hide her from seeing much things as she comments on everything I post. 90% of my friends won't share this. Just got a job interview. God is good. So mad right now. Had enough. GRR. What's wrong? Babe. Don't want to talk about it. This baby was born without a head. 1 like equals 1 prayer. Facebook will be deactivating your account unless you can prove it is active by sharing this post. Like this status if I see anything like that come from you or someone else's post, I have lost all of my respect for you as a human. I still see it in YouTube comments sometimes and think, what is the point? Sharing conspiracy theories, fake alternative medicine and all sorts of stuff the whole day. She posted at least 30 links every day. Here are the 3 most recent posts. This natural shake will cleanse your liver in 30 days. The fruit the big pharma doesn't want you to know about. Helps you lose 10 pounds of fat in a week. With this recipe you will never buy cleaning products ever again. I don't go to Facebook very often, so I didn't really care. However, what made me unfriend her was this. This very simple tea cures cancer in 3 weeks, a link to some shady blog. And she freaking tagged a common friend who has lung cancer saying you should do this. It's better than what the doctors are giving you. Yeah, right. After posting several thousand photos of her puppy, she sadly announced that she took him back to the animal shelter because he had health issues. I'm pretty brutal with my social media and have regular purges where I get rid of anyone who hasn't interacted with me in a while and people who I will realistically never see again. Sometimes I really like the person, but if they haven't actually messaged me or even liked something I posted in about 2 years, then I don't need to see photos of their holidays or whatever. I try to keep my number of contacts between 150-170 people, so I do this every couple of months. Sharing videos of dogs being skinned and saying how bad it is. She shared so many of those videos and I hated having to see them on my feed. My ex-sister-in-law will post a 1-sentence status, followed by 10 lines of hashtags. Besides the fact that the hashtags are 85% of the post, how does she come up with 10 lines of relevant hashtags? This woman is in her 40s and has PhD in psychology. Straight bat crap. Inspirational quotes on pictures of sunsets that they didn't write, photograph or even Photoshop themselves. I was willing to look past it the first time, but by the 16th time I decided enough was enough. My dad's Facebook feed descended pretty quickly into old guy conservative memes, but I think the day I finally stopped following him was the day both his picture changed to the Confederate flag and he posted some asinine story about Obama with his own commentary someone shoot a smother. I mean, like, if you're gonna get yourself on a watch list, at least do it in style. He posted a racist bingo picture. It was a light-hearted joke about things racist people say or do, and some were funny. However, one said white person with dreadlocks. So I questioned this by commenting, surely just being white and having dreadlocks doesn't make you racist. I was then hit with a wall of reply comments and soul PMs about cultural appropriation and insensitive style stealing and how it's unfair to use a hairstyle as a fashion statement when that style's natural owners have been persecuted, so we need to let them have at least one thing that is truly theirs. I unfriendly. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.